first of the afternoon, and the Cats out by 37. Class written all over him, Joel Selwood. Lovely finish there. And the Cats have got this game all wrapped up. 37 points in front. Terry Wallace, and that's what is ahead for the Tigers. The Dreamtime match, what a match that'll be at the MCG next Saturday night. Then the Swans away, Adelaide at home, and then Melbourne at the Dome. So a couple of tough matches over the next 4 weeks for the Tigers. And I reckon the one next week is the one that stands out. I mean, I suppose your next game's always the one that stands out, but it's a game that they would have probably looked at a couple of weeks away and said, we have to beat Essendon. Well, the pressure will be right on them now.
Jordan McMahon confronted by Ablett. Still hungry for more. Foley doing some of his best work there, as well as Foley's played. And you said he's tried hard all day, Chris. So certainly not at the normal output. Cameron Lings, you have to say, won another battle with 17 disposals for Foley. Here's Delidio emerging at half forward and taking them on, showing great confidence, and delivers. And let's hope Trent Cotchin can get this goal. He missed the other one running in towards goal, but he just had a little heart murmur there as he fumbled. But as we've mentioned so many times today, what an impressive youngster he is, taken number 2 last year, a teammate of Matthew Cruiser down in the northern suburbs of Melbourne. He had some injury trouble, was on the long-term injury list for a while. He's come off and pops it through for a goal for his second of the afternoon.
Well, that'll be something for all Richmond fans to just sit back and look at Trent Cotchin and say, we've got ourselves a beauty on our hands here. There's Geelong's matches to come. Collingwood at the MCG, Carlton at the Telstra Dome, North Melbourne at the Telstra Dome, and Port Power down at Skilled Stadium. So, as we said, they're just travelling absolutely beautifully. Look at Mark Thompson. He looks pretty relaxed, doesn't he?
Pretty cool and calm.
Life's good, and life's going to be good for this young bloke. Number 2 draft pick, as we said. He just looks a ready-made player. He's adapted to these conditions beautifully today, and for Richmond people, he is going to be such a good player for you. 16 disposals, 6 marks, and a couple of goals for Cotchin this afternoon. Back in the centre, 1-4 by Mumford. Hasn't had a lot of game time this afternoon. Got it out to Selwood. Handball too fierce for Ablett. Ling in support. The overlap provided by Enright. Here they go again. Short kick. Well done, McMahon. Got an arm in there to chop it off. Coming up, Newman. Now a chance for Selwood. Bartel. Well done. High towards full forward. Going back with great courage was King. Stood his ground and he's off. Hit the ground running. Off to Richardson. Wide. Searching for Bowden. Gee, that was great stuff from Harley. Got the fist in there. And a boundary throw in rule result. Chris, what are your thoughts on Joel Bowden as a forward? Was having a look at Mark Blake? Just a little bit late, a little bit clumsy from the big fella, but do you think that's worked? Is that where his best position is?
Well, I think the one thing he can be is be really creative, and I think that's where Richmond are trying to capitalise. And in a defence, he's probably going to get the 3rd best defender. I think you'd argue probably Tom Harley's not the 3rd best defender, but I think that's where his value is. And he battled manfully, didn't he, for a number of years in defence against the bigger bodied forwards, but perhaps to finish off his career, that's his spot. Chance for Foley. Tunnel balls it out the back. Well played by Delidio. Got it to Hyde. Newman just jams it on the boot. Not a lot of thought in that. Chance for Hawkins and Thursfield. Coming in to assist is Edwards now. Well done, Thursfield. Shepherd's one away at least, but a little fumble from Edwards didn't help. Is he held without it? He was. And Shane Edwards will get the free kick. And Shane Edwards kicked the goal at the 9-minute mark of the second quarter that put the Tigers up by 20 points. They're up at them at that stage, but gee, it's been a dramatic turnaround. The margin now 31 points in favour of the Cats.
Richo's coming. Mooney, interesting handball, was effective as it turned out. Mackie, Mooney, Enright, Hawkins. Didn't make the right choice that time, Tom Hawkins. Good enough to get away with it. Ling inserts them. King was committed to coming. He left it behind at the back. Gamble, quick look over the shoulder. Just couldn't get it right when it mattered.
This will be interesting.
Yeah, deliberate play.
Just hasn't been their half at all for the Tigers, has it? They started well and everything's gone just gone horribly wrong in the second half. And this disciplined hard side. Jimmy Bartel pointing where he's going to kick it. Not his best effort.
Jack King gets back to take the mark. And now Newman can bring them out of defence.
Saw an example before of just how disciplined Geelong are. Matthew Richardson had burned his man off by about 60 metres. He was standing on his own. Joel Corey saw it in the middle of the ground. Now this game's over, 31 points, but I watched Corey run about 100 metres just to pick him up, make sure that he didn't get an extra possession, and that's why they're so disciplined, they're so team orientated, and they get their just rewards. They win games every week.
How did he mark that, Richo?
Right there. You touched it, did you?
How arrogant was that?
A bit late now. Mackie understanding the mark. Here's Richo looking for his second goal in a round to give himself a bit more leverage. He just can't quite land it. Now, if you just think this game's just about run its race, let's just check in with Andy Marr downstairs just to see how he's going. How are you going down there, Andy? We're just a bit worried about you.
Yeah, you knew the rain had just started coming down harder than it has at any stage. So it's probably dropped about 10 degrees. So why wouldn't you like to throw down and me down here right now?
Your blue hands are matching your coat, Andy.
I'm absolutely frozen, Chriso, and damp. It's not fun down here, but it's great watching this Geelong footy team, I've got to say. They are very special.
Yeah, great second half performance. Hawkins has got it and half forward, chips it short.
That's Darth Vader down there, or Andy Marr?
King towards the wing, but gee, 3-on-1 against Bowden. And Big Mumford takes the mark off to Enright.
Richo getting up a bit gingerly there. He was holding his arm, and you just see it went at that one arm, so the right arm is a bit of a worry at the moment.
Harley kicked it straight to Polak, who played on Deledio, Newman.
Can't be that bad, because every time he thinks he's going to get it, he runs off, Richo. I think he's got to come off.
Taken by Morton. Looking for a way forward. Oh, gee, go to Tuck, who's been pinged. Good tackle from Rook. And he gets the free kick, Max Rook. Now centre-half back for the Cats.
Dirty day for the Tigers. Ends with some of their stars on the bench. Simmons, Brown, Richardson all watching on. Gary Ablett might have a trick left. No, the siren, the timekeeper had no sense of humour at all. Blew the siren as Ablett was about to produce something perhaps. Geelong win by 30. It wasn't easy for them, but it's 8 in a row.